everyone, it's me, Sherry. I'm gonna try to stop waving like that. I feel like a dork. Let's face it, I am kind of a dork, ain't I? So let's just embrace that dorkiness and work with it. Okay, so the point being, today I actually want to talk to you about my author planner. You know, beginning of the year, and so far it has been happily received by people, which is always good. You know, you put your baby out into the world, and that's one of the problems with putting your baby out into the world. Why a lot of writers, I think, aren't as productive as they want to be. I think a lot of us think it's because we are afraid of, we don't have the time, or takes too much effort, we're exhausted. And it's not that those things aren't true. They are true. We are tired, we are exhausted, and let's face it, we very rarely have the time. But when we really dig a bit deeper, I think the real issue is that we're much more afraid of rejection. I mean, when I think of putting my little baby creature out there, and it's a spindly little legs, and other people looking at it and laughing at it, I just want to rush out and scoop it up and protect it so much that I don't put anything out. So, and this is also a thing that I decided to do with these videos, is that if I make myself a challenge of a video every single week, or at least one, possibly two, I'm hoping also that it helps me get over some of the awkwardness and nervousness, and also inspires me to get some more of this stuff done. And that if, I mean, I'm going to run out of stuff to talk about if I'm not putting out new books. So let's hope that this works. So what I think, and I, you know, my own medicine and everything else, absolutely, I think that this is the kind of thing that's a process. You know, you think you kind of got it, you learned it, then something happens to knock you out and you go right back. I like to think, though, that each time you kind of get back on top faster. But, you know, it depends on how big your knockoff was. So anyway, the point was, when I decided to make this lovely planner, and next time I think I will make it into a coil type planner, because, I mean, it does fall flat nicely afterwards. I mean, it's not too terrible. But I think if it was coiled, instead of having this kind of thing, yeah, that just obviously got me. Oh, I'm upside down, Nick. Yeah, so instead of this kind of thing, which you could have the coil, which would make it that much bit smaller. But okay, things for future editions. Anyway, the point being, how I use my planner, I just started to use it today. I'm actually quite excited. So one thing I decided to do was tracking. I think tracking is incredibly important. For me too, the thing with tracking is that I often do a lot more than I think. And I beat myself up a whole lot thinking that I haven't done anything. And then since I've started tracking, I realized, okay, maybe I'm not getting as much done as I want. Because I often have pretty big lists. And realistically, even if I didn't have kids or other obligations, I probably wouldn't have enough time in the day to get these things done. But much more importantly, I do have other obligations, and I do have kids, and I'm still biting off more than I can chew. So I decided that I don't think it's bad, but instead of seeing these things as things I have to get done, I now see my big goals as stretch goals. And then I see the medium ones, the ones that are much more realistic, they're my actual happiness goals. And then the lowest one would be what's the bare minimum I can do to feel like I've been productive that day. And so that's one thing I found. The good thing with this planner is that you've got your goals, you've got your to-do list, but in the end, there's also a little space for you to say what you're grateful for. And that grateful for space means that, yeah, I want to build intention to a certain extent into the practice. Anyway, so that is it. I think most of it's been shown, and then at the very end, there's some notes, topics for your email list, different marketing things, some outline ideas that as you're kind of working away and you think, wait, my next novel, this will be perfect, or book 2, this should happen, then I kind of put that towards the back. Yeah, so that's the author planner. I need to edit this a little bit, but I hope you like it.